Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. I hope that you guys are doing well today. We've got, obviously, a new season for us with the Sage, okay? Now, let's talk about this real quick. 20 bucks. I'll spend that because I'm a content creator. And I know that a lot of other people will spend it because they have good jobs where they make money and they're able to afford this kind of thing. But Supercell is really missing out on some opportunities to make money as a business and to draw people into merge tactics. I have been saying this for literally months. I've said it in person and I've said it in chats. Nothing's been done, which is actually kind of surprising to me because it's all very easy. I think that there needs to be an exclusive emote in merge tactics for hitting 3,000, for making it to diamond, that you can only get from this. You can't buy it. You can't get it from anywhere else. You only get it. Just make an emote. It'll take you like, I don't know, 3 hours. You talk about it for an hour, figure out a good idea, you create it in whatever programs you make it, and then you put it into the game. Let's just say a day, okay? Let's be really nice. Let's say it'll take you a day. Do it, okay? It's going to bring a lot more people into playing this. Also, you need to sell just effects. We need to sell board skins. We need to sell other skins. There could be some specific merge tactic emotes that I don't think they need to cost $4.99, like the Crying Goblin and all that kind of stuff. Like, come on, guys. Like, somebody will spend 99 cents on an emote that's a funny merge tactics one or whatever. I don't know. Kind of just a little bit of a rant at the beginning of this. But I feel like merge tactics is very slowly missing out on some big opportunities to grow. So I hope that they fix that. I am going to snag the Sage. We're going to play with Sage and see how things go. All right, now personally, I didn't check out the Sage before it came out. So I want to look at this and see what we have. Striking Clone, okay? What is Striking Clone? Summons the Echo, who knocks out the nearest enemy or enemies after charging. Okay, the ability to echo oneself must be cultivated over centuries of less triumph than defeat. Only one has ever studied under this being, and even as a champion, he only managed to scrape the surface. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not really too sure about this, but let's go ahead and use it. I mean, we're at the beginning of the season, so we should be able to jump in here and get things going. So we'll use the Echo Sage, and I guess I also need to, well, obviously I'll use that. Whoa, that's actually a dope skin. And then we'll snag this too, and then we'll jump in here. Now, what I need you guys to do for me, obviously, as we have been making merge tactics videos, is I want you guys to continue commenting questions down below. We're going to play for a little bit, kind of get used to... Whoa, wait, what? Can I move that? Okay, we got some goblins back here. This is going to be interesting for us. But I want you guys to comment down below some questions about whatever. Life, anything, doesn't really matter. I'm going to be going through y'all's questions and figuring them out, or going through those in a little bit after we play a couple games here and talking through those, and that should be pretty fun. Let's see what happens here. Whoa! What the heck is that? I really don't know how I feel about the Sage, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that seems so bad. What in the world? Does it level up each round? I would rather throw... Oh, yeah, okay. That's all that I get for it? That's all that I get for using this. Summons the Echo, who knocks out the nearest enemy or enemies after charging. Okay. Maybe I'm just not getting it. But that just doesn't seem... I don't know, dude. That just doesn't seem that good. Can you sell it? No. Okay, once again, I'm a bit confused by it. Okay, so we get another unit that's going to take something out. Wonder how quickly it dies. Pretty quickly. Yeah, look at this. It's not even going to do anything for me right there. Ugh. This ruler seems really, really, really bad. Am I missing something? I've got to be missing something, man. Like, genuinely, I feel like I have to be missing something. What, you just got to put it back here? Keep it hidden? Huh. What am I missing? Do you guys like it? He's got to protect it in the back? Like with tanks and stuff? Because I'm going up, this is my first match, so I'm going up against people that are probably incredibly, incredibly low level. Like, that's a level 9. That's a level 9. 9. I am confused. I'm gonna sell this and sell this. I guess I didn't need to sell that other thing. Okay. Huh. I'm probably just missing it. I don't want to... I don't want to finalize my viewpoints on it quite yet. But it does feel really friggin' weird. Like... I mean, that was kind of cool. Oh, is it a 3-star now? Oh. So, does it go up to 3-star only once it's leveled? Is that what we're getting at? Huh. This one's gonna take a little bit for me to figure out and get used to. I will say though, I am going to do my very best to post a merge tactics video every single day. We might not do the questions every day because sometimes people are gonna end up like missing out on them, or people aren't gonna comment or anything like that. Yo, will it go in a straight line here back to the dark? Look at that. So now does it go up to a 4-star? It's gotta be based off of the round, kind of like with the goblin machine. Sell this. This is... I probably overreacted a little bit at the beginning. I'm not really sure. But it feels incredibly interesting. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. What are we gonna do here? I mean, you guys know I love throwers. Watch it. Let's see if it goes all the way through those. No. And then it does that. Okay. So why does it say that it shoots through enemy or enemies after charging? Like, what enemies? Where's the plural? Why is it plural? Why is it plural? All right, we're gonna play again. And I've got my comments here. Okay. We'll go here just to get goblins again, and we'll start going through these. So this is funny. Viewer, MOLT, what's your favorite historical time period? MOLT, World War II. Oh, that isn't why I like that time period. I liked the music. I liked the style. You guys know I'm really into style and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Hey, MOLT, thanks for answering my question yesterday. I have a couple more. Well, a couple, okay. Let's see here. Bro, I'm going to try and go for throwers again because I think it's going to work pretty well for us. I'll do this. Okay. I've watched hundreds of your Clash Royale videos. That's kind of crazy. And I've noticed that you rarely ever drop your princess at the bridge like most people do, but instead you place her behind your king tower. Is that because it's kind of obnoxious to put her at the bridge? Yeah, I typically don't put her at the bridge because I feel like she gets taken out too quickly. But I know that I probably should put her at the bridge, honestly, because that's what most people do when playing bridge spam decks. They put her there, and sometimes I do, but a lot of times I want to cycle. I want to get more stuff down on the board, and it depends on what I'm going up against as to whether or not I will place her at the bridge or not. I feel like I've gotten better recently at recognizing when people are out of elixir, and I'll totally drop a princess at the bridge then, but Yeah. Second, if you could design your own mobile game, what would it look like, and what games would it be similar to? My own mobile game that I would play a lot of. I really like tower defense games, like Bloons and whatnot. I've always enjoyed those. Look at our dude. We're gonna take that out real quick. Okay. I'm starting to understand. The sage here. I think that it would be a game like that. But it's weird because let's say that I'm looking to make a game, but I don't want it to be based off of how much money it would make. I feel like I would make some sort of like puzzle or memory game because I like those sorts of games. They're not competitive. You're strengthening your brain and all that kind of stuff. So like I think Wordle type games are fun. Puzzle games like that. Not necessarily Match 3. I've never really played those, like Candy Crush and stuff like that. But maybe it'd be a mix of like memory and tower defense, or I don't know, something like that. Now, in my younger years, I would have said totally something like a auto chess style game. Like when auto chess first came out, I feel like that would have been my answer because I freaking love these types of games. Dude, oh yeah, I was about to say there's a chance for me. And look at this. This is big time, dude. And I'll hold off there. Even though we're low, I think we're going to end up being fine. Just want to know if you miss any mechanic from Clash Mini. I didn't play Mini enough to know. Honestly, I wish that I could answer that. I wish I had played Mini more, but I think I was kind of disappointed in it. So yeah. Even though I know that like a lot of people... I stopped playing it too soon, I think, if I'm honest. Movie I think you would watch is No Country for Old Men. I've heard a lot about that. My question for you are, throughout your life, when would you say is your highest point and your lowest point? And what are your New Year's resolutions? Wait, where did my thing go? Hold on. Oh, it uses this ability and then it goes down. Highest points and lowest points. Many of you guys might not know this, but I'm divorced. And that was a pretty difficult time in my life. There was unfaithfulness that obviously comes with a lot of pain and hurt, but I've become a better person through dealing with that, honestly. Highest points, having kids for sure, and growing in my relationship with them. And if I'm honest, let's say as a person, as Michael Holt right now, I would say that I'm at the highest point in my life right now, today. In regards to the type of man that I am, the type of man that I'm desiring to be, the type of father that I am, the type of husband that I am, the type of follower of Christ that I am. I would say that right now, I am the most disciplined and intentional that I've ever been in my entire life. And I'm really, really grateful for that. Genuinely. I am genuinely grateful for where I am right now. Why don't we get rid of the bandit and get rid of this? I didn't even realize that I was playing with both of those, dude. And we're gonna go... Guys, what are we doing here? What was I looking for? Sure, I'll go peck out here instead of this. That gives me more of the... Whoa, crazy. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I would say right now is probably the high of my life. A lot of people might look at it and be like, it wasn't when you were super famous and getting 40 million views a month on YouTube and making a whole bunch of money and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, I'm grateful for those memories and that time, genuinely. But no, that's not the most important stuff in life. I was reading something the other day from an ex-Army Ranger. Sorry. See, I'm responding to my wife right now. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Getting that off the rip is good. And he was talking about how they have to write death letters whenever they go out into deployment, just in case they don't make it back. And he said anything that is not in your death letter. So as you're writing to your family members, let's say to my wife, the last words that I want her to read. Like some people might look at it and think that it's morbid, but to me it's realistic. Some people might look at that and think that it's morbid, like I said, but anything that's not in that letter, so anything that's not worth like having in that death letter isn't worth living for. And I can guarantee you that if I wrote a letter to my wife before I was deployed, going out, having a potential chance at dying, which we have a chance of every single day, I wouldn't talk to her about money. I wouldn't talk to her about the things that we have. And like that, dude, that puts it into freaking perspective, man. It's not about money. Yes, money can make things easier, but it will let you down. So yeah, no, I don't look back at those times as the best times of my life or anything like that. New Year's resolutions, I want to read 2 books a month. I was never a reader. I became a reader 2 years ago, and it is the best thing that I have ever done. If I can encourage you guys to do anything, and I'm not just talking about the Bible, I read the Bible every single morning, and I love it. I am incredibly thankful and grateful for my time with the Lord in the mornings, and I look forward to it every single morning. Genuinely. I wake up at 5:30, I go sit outside, I read my Bible for a little bit, and then I'm reading a book, like I told you guys, from an ex-Army Ranger. And does this do anything for me? No. And it's been really good. And so I would encourage you guys, read. Get off your friggin' phone. Stop watching videos. Your brain needs to rest. Go and read a book. And so my goal is to read 2 books a month. My wife, her goal last year was to read a book a week. She crazy. My hope is that I can beat that. But that's kind of my goal for this year. I want to grow as a man, dude. Like, yeah, I want to grow as a man. Am I about to lose because I'm not paying attention? No, it doesn't matter. I'm talking to you guys about important stuff, and this is just fun, dude. Okay, I need to figure out some tanks and stuff because that was what kind of held it down for me in that last one. We can go here and get this brute. We can go here. And honestly, I think he'll stay back here for long enough that I think he'll be okay. I might actually put this in the front so that it's targeted. I haven't even looked at anything that anybody else is doing, so that's funny. All right, cool. Last week I rage quit the game and uninstalled CR. Best decision, dude. Feel that, man. Why is Sean pronounced Sean instead of Scene, but Dean is pronounced... Dude, what the freak? S-E-A-N. Why is that pronounced Sean instead of Scene, but Dean is pronounced Dean instead of Don? Dude, oh my gosh. That is a hilarious question. Thank you for asking that. That's so funny, bro. You're insane. Definitely finding it hard to lose to win with King. What? Especially when going up against all kings. I think you meant to say definitely finding it hard to win with King, especially when going up against kings. I need some water. What is your future in disc golf if there is one? Me and my dad absolutely love your content. In fact, he won your 3 signed disc giveaway and your signed keystone is in his bag to this day. Yo, that's awesome, dude. The freak. That's so cool. I haven't been playing a lot because it's been cold and I hate playing disc golf in the cold. And I stopped making content because it just felt too much like work, if I'm honest. During the summer, I might start posting. I don't really know. I don't want to make any promises. That's really freaking cool and encouraging, though. Like, I absolutely love hearing that from you. Like, genuinely, that means a lot. That's so cool that he won those discs and everything. You get over here. You go here. Sell you. We go there. Like, that makes me so happy to hear that, dude. That's freaking awesome. But I don't know what my future is in disc golf, man. I'm turning 39 this summer. I'm getting older, which doesn't matter for disc golf. You know, like, you can play as old as you want to. I love it. I still love it, but I feel like I did a lot of growth and working on myself this year. Maybe I'll start playing again. I don't know. Hey, Mo, in Merge Tactic, the troops target the ones that are bought first. So if you start with a goblin and buy a bar, then you place them both at an equal hex to your opponent. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, dude, I'm out. Frig. What was he playing? P.E.K.K.A.'s an ace? That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, Molt, been watching since your Overwatch days. Bro, what? On my Molt Plays channel? That's kind of friggin' nuts. That's crazy, dude. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about this card. I don't know. But watch this intro overall. Say it's crazy. Do you write in a journal? I love writing in my journal. It helps me get my thoughts out, and it feels very important for people, I believe. I don't personally. I wish that I did. It feels very much like reading to me. To where, like, I think that it is important. I think that it can... Oh, come on. Please, please, please. Go, 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 go. Bro, crazy. I don't write in a journal. I've had seasons where I write, seasons where I don't. I do believe that it is very, very good for you. And for somebody like me with ADD, it is good. But I more like underline a lot in books, and I'll write, like in my Bible, I'll write in the margins and things. So that's kind of like journaling, but I don't have a specific journal, no. But I do think that it is very, very good for you, and I would encourage you to continue doing it. What do you do to help with procrastination? Frig, dude, you got to remove the things that are making you procrastinate. I come up into the office and I work, and then I try and go do a workout in the driveway, or go for a run, or go for a bike ride, something along those lines, to help me, because if you're more likely to procrastinate if you just sit and do the same thing for too long. So you have to come up with a couple of things, like knock something out and be like, okay, good. This is a good spot for me to move on to something else. And then remove distractions. So my wife and I got something called the Brick. And you scan your phone on it, and you go through like your settings and stuff, and it blocks any sort of app that can be distracting to you. So that could be good if you want to get a Brick or something like that. It has been helpful for us so far, at least when it comes to like spending time with our kiddos and not wanting to be distracted or anything like that when we're with them. Other than the Bible, what are your favorite books that you've read? Okay, there's a couple of different ones. So I'm almost done with the Harry Potter series. It's been really fun and cool to read. I've really enjoyed it. A Terminal List is another one that I enjoyed. I didn't finish it. I started reading some other stuff. Nice. Started reading some other stuff. Sorry, I just got a whole bunch of texts. Terminal List is a military, political sort of thing where, like, bad government, freaking military boss goes and owns a bunch of people. Really, I think there's a Netflix show on it. I could be wrong. Oh, this is going to be nice. What should I get rid of? We'll get rid of you. And I already have the wizard out. Bro, look at this, man. What's going on? That's nice. We got lots of stuff down here now. Terminal List was one. I'm reading a book right now called The Warrior Poet, and it's about being a man, being strong, and being a warrior, but also being emotional. A lot like King David in the Bible, who was a freaking beast on the battlefield, but also wrote poetry and sang songs. Like a mix of somebody who can just like defend, and somebody who also is a protector. And that is my hope for my family, that I can be somebody who protects every aspect of my family, physically, but also emotionally, loving them well, being gentle and kind, and also being a spiritual leader, pointing them towards Christ in everything that I do. And so I've really been enjoying that book also. If you're a believer and you want some suggestions, John Mark Comer has a book called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, which is so great. A lot of times we feel so hurried in life. It was a New York Times bestseller, huge book for people who are believers and not believers. Ruthless Elimination of Hurry helps you slow down and realize what's important in life. But John Mark Comer his books are so good to like read, like the way that they're written, the way that they're designed and laid out. Really, really good books to read. Those were fun questions. Thank you. All right, let's jump into this one, see what we got off the rip. I'll start with this, sure thing. Okay, hey, Mo, I've been watching you since I was 10 or 11. I'm now 21. That's crazy. And as an agnostic viewer, I still enjoy hearing you and others talk about what they believe in religiously, as it's calming and nice for me to learn more and understand the faith you have. Always a nice time listening to these videos while I game. Hope you have a good New Year's with your family. Yo, I appreciate that. Like, here's the thing. religion is obviously such a massive part of the world around us. And like, yes, there is a Christian religion, and I would say that I'm a Christian, which means a little Christ. My goal is to be like Jesus, the historical person of Jesus of Nazareth. And the book that helps me do that is the Bible. There's this video I watched a long time ago, dude. I feel like it's probably 20 years old now, maybe 15 years old on YouTube. And it was called, like, Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus. And I think that's such a true thing, because religion can be so damaging. And my goal isn't to be a religious person. In the Bible, like, Jesus goes against that. The religious people, the Pharisees, the rule followers, all these people were the ones who ended up killing him. And that's not what it's about. And so my goal has never been to, like, oh, I want to follow these rules as best I can. It's like, I want to be like Christ. That is my goal. I appreciate your comment, and I wish that more people were that open-minded to be like, hey, I don't believe this personally, but this person that I care about and enjoy watching and think is kind of cool, whatever, believes this. I'm interested in listening and learning more, because if it adds value to their life, meaning me, if you think that this adds value to my life, then you could maybe one day gain the perspective of thinking, hey, maybe I should try this, because maybe I should try and be more like Jesus and learn more about him, because it could add to my life as well. You thinking about yourself in that regard. I'm going to sell this actually and go here. This is a weird one right now. Oh, man. Frig. Uh-oh. This might be bad. No, we'll be fine. I really appreciate that comment. Seriously. My wife and I absolutely love How to Train Your Dragon. One of the best movies ever. My wife walked down the aisle. Dude, let's go, dude. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is, like, up there for me. I don't know why. I just love it. And Toothless reminds me of my dog Millie that passed away. So there's, like, that connection as well. Dude, what am I doing right now? This build is friggin' weird. Let's get this down here. I'm going to sell you. And I want to get the Executioner down here as well. Let's get rid of this and go Executioner. Now, I'm feeling a little bit better. Let's see if we can level up some of these things, huh? I've been super distracted this one. There we go. All right. Do you think Elvis was a reptile? What? This, Mark Zuckerberg 2, I'm dead. That's a hilarious comment. No. My text didn't make any sense to my wife because I'm bad at texting sometimes. Okay. Hey, well, my question for you today is, if you could obtain evidence of one mythical creature, wow, this is fun, existing, what would it be and why? Example, Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster. P.S. Hope you like my question, because I will be commenting under every video. Dude, that's a fun question, man. I feel like maybe a phoenix. Because I think phoenixes are cool, like being born from the ashes and all that kind of stuff. And just thinking about a firebird, bro, like, what? That's kind of crazy. So yeah, just off the top of my head, I'd say probably a phoenix. The whole, like, death to life sort of thing is cool. Dude, that's a fun question. I'll have to think about that more. But yeah, off the rip, I would say Phoenix. I'm trying to think if there are other ones. Like, obviously, like, Bigfoot would be funny if that was proven true, because everyone would finally be like, see, I told you so. Which I think would be pretty funny to see, just the friggin' mayhem that would create in the world of Bigfoot actually being proven. But I think a phoenix would be pretty rad. Just want to start by saying I've watched you for years. I remember making a Canadian App Store, Canadian App Store account. I haven't done that forever. I remember doing that too. So you could download Clash Royale before it was released in the US. Dude, that's crazy. I remember you playing with Nick, the glory days. I'm wondering how you balance your work life and family. Do you set aside time to record each day to a 9 to 5? How do you do it? Great question. Family is absolutely everything to me. And there are Do I always start with a Dark Goblin? Is that what this thing does, dude? I've started with a Dark Goblin every single time. Are you a goblin? Have you guys noticed that? I have had goblins every single game. Okay, so balancing work and family life. My family is the most important thing to me on this earth, besides my relationship with the Lord, which is why I said on this earth. I'm called to lead and love them. They are above work for me. And I trust that as the Lord has called me to love them and lead them, let me go here, that there will be days where, because I'm blessed enough to work from home, there will be days where my family just needs me. Whether it's to go have fun, somebody had a tough day, my wife feels overwhelmed with the kids, whatever. And there will be some days where I'm like, yep, I'm not going to work today. The Lord has blessed me. He's called me to love my family. I'm going to go and do that. And so there will be days where I don't work because I feel like my family needs me in those moments. And I love being able to lean into that, honestly. It's super encouraging and fun. But for the most part, yeah, I take my kids to school sometimes. Most of the time it's my wife, but there's a couple of days where I like to do that. Fridays, my son doesn't have school. He's about to be 6. And he and I go on an adventure on Fridays. So we go find a park. We get lost in the woods together. We have fun. All that kind of stuff. And that's... Whoa, a tie! Sick! That's what Fridays look like for us. Until about maybe 11. And then I come back and work. I try not to work on the weekends. Saturdays, though, I will go and work during the kids' nap time. My wife will typically do a workout. Sometimes I'll go ride my bike, whatever. But on Saturdays, I'll try and get a little bit of work done if I wasn't able to get everything done for the weekend on Friday. And then I don't work on Sundays. Sundays are my Sabbath. They're my day of rest. It's time for me. Like yesterday, I sat out front and read for an hour and a half. Like, who is this guy, man? I feel like I'm growing up and I love it. And so that was what I did on Sunday after church and all that kind of stuff. But weekdays, I typically will come up to the office 8:30 or 9, try and record, try and like get myself ready for the frustrations that are Clash Royale. and then go do a workout around now. After this video, I'll probably go do that, which typically is riding my bike 20 miles or doing some jump rope, like double unders and stuff with kettlebell work and whatnot. Because as I get older, like I'm not trying to freaking lift heavy weight. I'm trying to be fit and active and flexible and not hurt myself. So I try and do that, and then I'll come back up and work. I try and be done around 4 if I can, but some days I just can't. But yeah, my goal typically is to... there's a princess. What should I get rid of? We'll get rid of this. Dude, we're just going full blasters, and I'm ripping it up now. But work-life balance can be tough. Thankfully, at home, I'm able to like go downstairs and help. If I hear the kids misbehaving, I can go out and be like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Are we loving each other well right now? What's going on? Why do I keep playing with this? So yeah, that's typically it for work-life balance and like my work schedule. So yeah. Okay, cool. What's your favorite movie of all time? Mine's a close tie between American History X and Fight Club. I've seen Fight Club. I have not seen American History X. My favorite movie for the long time is one of the worst movies ever made, and that's Waterworld. I don't know why. I used to watch it all the time growing up, and I thought that it was such an interesting concept. As much as that video, or as much as that movie wasted money and like failed in the box office, I freaking loved it. And Waterworld is like my joking answer to that. I always say Waterworld. But I mean, I feel like How to Train Your Dragon is up there. It's such a good one. I've never been the biggest movie buff, so I'll have to watch American History X. I've seen Fight Club. It's been a long time. So I definitely need to watch it again to be reminded of it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Yeah, if you haven't seen Waterworld, watch it and just think about the concept. It's pretty dope. as bad as it did in the box office. Sell this, go here. I'm gonna see if I can potentially, just to stay safe here, maybe get a 3-star thrower if I can. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for, baby. I said that's what we're looking for. Where's he laying his stuff out? He's just going. Whoa, what the? Oh, 4-star building. Okay, I'm fine with that. Been watching you for a very long time since you played BDD. I want to thank you for what you do. Keep up the amazing work. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, MOLT, thank you for your videos and your fun Q&A. Been watching your videos on and off since you started. Have you ever played or wanted to play a trading card game like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon? I play a Bible-based TCG called Redemption that you and some of your viewers might enjoy if you have time to check it out. Whoa, what? I'm going to type that into my browser right now. Redemption CCG. Okay, I have that here. I'm not going to look at that now, but I have it in a separate browser because that sounds pretty freaking cool. I lost? How did I lose? I just won the game before and I leveled up. The heck? Crazy. Yeah, so I played Marvel Snap for a really long time. In fact, I stopped making content on Clash on this channel. Well, on my main channel for like a month because I was just diving headfirst into Marvel Snap. Never played Magic the Gathering. There's some guys at my church that play it who really like it. Never played Pokemon, really. But I do love CCGs. Like, I love them. Especially as I get older, those types of games I'm about. So I would definitely check that one out. Yeah, cool. How does being religious help in saying the positive when you're surrounded by negative? Again, this kind of goes to my thing earlier. What I said is I don't view myself as a religious person. I view myself as somebody who is trying to follow Christ Jesus, Jesus of Nazareth, and that's my hope. So yes, you could say that that's religious, but that isn't my goal. But following that, like I know what my life is about, and so when hard times happen, I understand that it's because of sin in this world and broken people sucking. I'm one of those people that's broken and I suck sometimes. You suck sometimes. We're all broken. And so being able to have that bigger perspective helps you identify the negativity. And therefore it helps you like deal with it better in a sense because you're able to like the Bible says not to worry. It says don't worry about tomorrow for you have enough troubles today. Imagine if you stopped thinking and worrying about tomorrow. How so much would be removed. It says, be anxious about nothing, but in everything, in prayer and supplication, come to the Lord. There's so many different things that like fight against that, and I've struggled with anxiety a lot. I think like I'm so grateful. The last couple years, I've had no anxiety. The Lord's grown me so much in my pursuit of like passing that. No depression, none of that kind of stuff. And like I said earlier, I'm just in a good place, man. And it, like literally, I'm in the best place in my life right now, and it is solely because of the time that I am spending with the Lord and just his goodness in my life. And so, yeah, it helps me significantly with that. Does that mean that bad things don't happen? No. Like the Bible very clearly says that bad things will continue to happen because we are in a broken world. But he is goodness. He is consistent. He is light. And yeah, resting in that's awesome. Please play Rush Royale again, dude. Freaking crazy, bro. I put that game on the map, and they never talked to me, man. You're welcome, guys. Well, have you seen Stranger Things? Yes. Did you enjoy it? It was not my favorite season. I thought that Will's powers were cool at the end. I also don't want to spoil anything, and I don't think that I spoiled anything there. But it wasn't my favorite. It was okay. We watched it. It wasn't my favorite. We're watching a show right now called Culinary Class Wars. I love cooking shows. And Culinary Class Wars, I believe, is in Korea. And oh man, it's so good. If you guys like cooking shows, like cooking competitions, this is one of the best there is. They have like Michelin 3-star chefs, Michelin 2-star chefs on it. All like it's crazy, man. And to see the things that they cook and they like go head to head, it's such a good show. How long do you see yourself making Clash Royale content? Because you've been doing it for a while. Until I get another job. If I get another job that pays well and allows me to provide for my family, then I would not make Clash Royale content anymore. I would make other content because I think I'm always, in a sense, going to be somebody who enjoys making content. But it might change. I've talked to my dad. I want to make a podcast with my dad, a father-son podcast, which I think would be dope and I think would be such a blessing to a lot of people. So that's kind of a hope and a goal that I have, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I only do this because this is my job and this is what provides for my family. It's not because I enjoy playing Clash Royale. That's a good question, though. While my LDR girlfriend was here, we watched at least one Juicy J video every day. Then Juicy collabed with you, and it was meeting up with an old friend that the algorithm separated for some reason. Bro, the algorithm has completely screwed over my channel. Then we watched you before bed every night. She's back home now, but watching a merge video every night gives a small feeling of having her with me. Yo, sorry, not a question. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Much love. Use full throwers, Valk, Mega Knight, and Goblin Machine. Wait, I'm literally practically doing that right now. Like, legit. Now we just need the princess and we'll be good to go. Bro, that's funny. Alright, we're doing good here. I've been wanting to get into religion. We were religious when I was younger, but that fell out. I think we were Catholic. Any tips on picking a church or how to get back into it? That's a great question. Somebody else responded to you. It starts with praying every day. Just because you don't hear him doesn't mean he's not listening. That is definitely true. Prayer is important. I think you're more so talking about going to church. I would say you need to find a Bible-believing church that preaches the Bible. There are a lot of churches that preach their opinion, and they preach like, oh, this happened to me, so XYZ, and that's dangerous. Dude, I'm about to get rocked by this guy. What the heck? What are my chances of success here, bro? Sell this, go here. I need the princess too. What am I missing? What do I need to replace for the princess? I think it's the Mega Knight. Oh, I need to get rid of the Valkyrie? Yeah, but like... Can I get anything else? No, I'm cooked. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, you need to find a church, a local one with maybe people your age. I don't think denomination is necessarily important. Depends on where you live, but I would say non-denominational or something along those lines. And then I would find a gospel to read, whether Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. Start learning about who Jesus is. If you want to comment again if you hear this. I know I'm answering this later on in the thing. Comment again and let me know what city you live in, and I'll look up some churches. I think that there are a lot of good networks that help with like church planting and stuff, like the Harbor Network, and like my dad is a part of a big church planting group where all the churches like believe in the same stuff and all that kind of stuff. That can be really, really good. So if you want to comment, then I'll definitely see if I can respond to that. For the KJV guy, if you like KJV but not the old words, read New King James Version. It's the same but minus the old form of English. Yeah, that's good. Very excited about where you're going. Where you're going being so open about your faith. I believe you will lose many followers, but in the end, I believe... Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Why do you worship a human? I don't worship a human. While Jesus was, yes, fully man, he was also fully God and the most impactful human being ever on this planet. And I would say that that's because he wasn't just a man, like you said. He was also God. And I think that the way that he lived and the things that he did proved that. And whoa! Why did that not work? Why did my guy not take that out? That was kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, I think sometimes those types of questions feel a little bit like intentionally argumentative, if you will, which I don't want to stray away from. Like, yeah, sure, I can understand how you could come to that place. But if you're just asking that because you want to like try and argue or anything, I don't think that's necessarily beneficial to either of us. So, yeah. All right, that's all the questions. A lot of fun. Again, comment down below, y'all. Let me know. Yeah. Keep commenting your questions if y'all are still here. I appreciate you so much. Okay, we're kind of struggling here, man. Honestly, I feel like I don't really have anything down that I really want to. I'll go here, I guess. Sell this. Go here. We could end up going Rangers if we wanted to, but I don't think that that's what I want to do. But like I said, this will be our last one. All the questions are done, and we're at about 45 minutes, so should be good for us. My mouth is so dry. A sneaky. Whoa, what? Oh. I thought my wife was responding to me earlier, but she was responding to a group text about something. Okay, we like the Valkyrie. Oh, we already have the Valkyrie. Why did I not level up that other thing? Frig. Nice, I'm going up against somebody who's knocked sick. We'll go here with this. Move this guy over here. Have that tank there. This has been a lot of fun for me, I will tell you guys. Like, chatting and talking and all that kind of stuff over Clash Royale is a lot of fun. And, like, you guys supporting and watching my videos, using the code MOLT, all that kind of stuff, whenever you guys do, is big time. So, yeah, I'm grateful. This has been pretty fun. What are we at? So, I have all of the things now, so we can go here and here, and we have this and this. Now we're full Rangers, which gives us a little bit of potential to cause some problems if we want to. I'll hold on to that Valkyrie. Oh, assassin. Wait, why did I put that right there? The stabbies are just going to go right there, and my Valkyrie's not going to be able to do anything. That was dumb, dude. Queen went invisible. Look at my Valkyrie that I threw back there, just standing completely still. Please give it a... Oh, nice. Okay. Sick. Get it out of here. Nice. Go home. Money. Sell this. Go queen. There's a barbarian. Is he just trying to hide that he is assassins? He's trying to hide that he's assassins. So I'm not really too worried about that. Queen will go invisible if we need. I might actually put this right here. I think we'll be good. Whoa, no, they're just not paying attention. Cool, we should be able to fully beat them here. Dude, the princess wrecks the mage thing. Look at it. It just died from 3 shots from the princess. Like, that seems crazy. We win, though, so it's not a problem. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Nice. All right, y'all, thank you so much for hanging out, man. Really appreciate it. This was a blast. Make sure y'all comment your questions down below. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.